Hi, I'm Cody,
And I'm Elizabeth.
and we are keeping score.
You can find us on all of our social media links down in the show notes, just below there, on Facebook, Instagram, Board Game Geek, and our blog.
And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to see all our latest content.
Today we're going to be reviewing Pillars of Fate, the deluxe edition, it's a deluxe edition by IV Studios.
You might remember IV Studios from games like Moonrakers and Veiled Fate. This was their Tariff collection. They did 3 different games, and this is the first one we're reviewing. So the basics of this game, it is what's called they called it a lane combat game, I believe is what their term for it was. You will each be playing cards in these separate lanes, and you can only play up to 3 cards in each lane per round, and one of those cards has to be a special card, one of the divinities, and those are the cards that come in this collection with this nice foil embossing on them. You have to play one of those per round. Whoever wins the round, whoever wins the most points during the round, wins that round. And you'll go until you've played through 3 full rounds. And once you do that, the highest score wins. There's a lot of strategy with it, though.
So this is a 2-player game that it says is for 14 plus for 30, and it should take you roughly 30 minutes. So I'm going to give you kind of a newbie's impression of it as far as approachability. So for some reason, I had issues with figuring out the scoring in this game. The scoring involves having either omega symbols or side symbols. And then there's also suits like feathers and scorpion tails. And depending on which suit and which number it is, determines as to if you're going to score points or have negative points in it. Initially, I had issues with that. I somehow managed to win the first round completely. I did lose the next 2 rounds, though, when I started to think a little bit harder about it. So approachability-wise, I think after I play it through several more times, I'll get it a little bit better. It's a very, very pretty game, and part of that is because it is this limited edition, which is number 7,578 out of 10,000 copies. And what that limited edition really adds to you is these gold foils on all your divinity cards. I think the wooden tokens are standard with it. The artwork on all these cards are also very, very pretty when you look at them. It feels like a very luxurious game. We also got the playmat with this. We were gifted this game and the playmat from IV Studios for review purposes, so just to be clear, we didn't pay for this. That being said, I do think that the playmat is very helpful for keeping track of your lanes that you're playing in and where all the pieces go. So, what about you?
Yeah, it's definitely got a nice, luxurious feel to it. And you'll find that all the games by IV Studios have a luxurious feel to them. Even the base versions of them are very nice. This one, I've really, it's really got a lot of strategy to it. From the experienced gamer point of view, there's a lot you can do with your cards and the suits. So the way that works is each one of these objective cards in the middle is going to determine which suit between the size and the omega symbols are going to be positive and negative points, because the sides are always negative and the omega symbols are always positive. So this one, for instance, the first one means that the scorpion suit is going to get you 2 positive victory points, whereas the feather suit would get you 3 negative points. Now, I think where she was getting confused was the suit matters to determine which one of these 2 prizes you get, but the numbers on the card are where the battle's decided in the lanes. Because those numbers, it's whoever has the highest number on the card will get whatever the highest suit between both lanes is. So if she plays 8 scorpions and I play 9 feathers and I've got a lower number, it doesn't matter. I've still won that lane because she has to take the negative 3 points, even though she played all the right cards. And that's where that strategy comes in, because you can intentionally lose lanes and make your opponent lose points anyway, which is just great. And when she said rounds earlier, we played 3 or 4 games of it. She definitely won that first one, but once I got the feeling for it, I was ready. And it was, as far as being an experienced gamer goes, there's a lot to this one that you'll like, I think.
So, accessibility wise to this, the game is $29.99 for the deluxe edition, and the playmat is another $19.99. I think it's a decent price for this game, especially with how nice all the pieces are, the artwork that's on these cards, the gold embossing and foiling. I think is really nice, and I do think that the playmat's really nice. The only thing I wish is that the playmat somehow fit in the box,
which it cannot.
There's no way it'll fit in the box, unfortunately. But I wish it did somehow, because now I've got two pieces to locate when I go to look for the game.
Which can be a problem if you have a substantial amount of games laying around, and I might have that problem.
So what's your verdict?
I'd say my verdict on this one, I'm going to give it, I give it an 8. I really enjoy it. I can see myself playing this on a pretty regular rotation, especially as like an earlier game in the night. So usually when we play games, we end up playing for a whole evening. So I try to find different games for different points in the night. And I think this one would be a pretty good second game, open with a party game and then do this one.
Okay. My verdict, I liked it. I'd probably give it a 7. I think the longer that I actually understand it, the better at this point. Once I get down the scoring, and figuring out how to lay my strategy in, it's game on. And it won't end well for Cody.
She's so
probably
competitive.
But I really love the artwork. It's kind of dark and mysterious and just funky. This is a cool looking lady with a skull and a skull on her pants. Her name's Isabel, and she forces you to reverse the suit of the card that's opposite of this one. So
those divinity cards can really mess up with your board.
Yeah, and they're the most beautiful cards, in my opinion, in the deck. So overall, it's a pretty positive review. I think a few more plays of it, and it'll be even better. But it's definitely a good game.
And may I add one more point?
Yes.
This one is a spin-off of their Veiled Fate game, which was, I think, their second Kickstarter they did. And it's gorgeous, and I really want to get it to the table one of these days, but I got to get it first. But this is a spin-off of that universe, so if you like this art, I think you're going to like the larger game as well.
So yeah, you heard it. We like it. It's a great
absolutely.
game.
Love it.
It's a beautiful game, and join us every Monday for our next review. So thanks a lot.
Thank you.